Here is my fingerpicking ukulele tutorial for 3 lions. Here we go. So let's get straight into this. As ever, with these tutorials I've done, it's not rhythmically perfect. I've really just done it so you can see the notes and how to learn the notes and fingerpick them on your ukulele. Please use your ear to get the rhythm right. Also, I've tried to condense it as much as possible so I can just put it all on the screen together so we can talk about it nice and easily and learn it that way. So a quick disclaimer, it's not rhythmically perfect, but the notes are accurate. So let's have a look at those right now. We've got a 6-bar pattern, although you'll see some orange dots on the tab there. Now you might not be familiar with music theory, but they basically mean repeat. So where you've got the orange dots between bars 1 and 3, that means do that section twice. Where you've got the orange dots between 4 and 6, that means then do that section twice. So we do both parts twice. Okay, here we go. Let's look at bar 1. It goes like this. So it starts on the open A string, and then 3rd fret on the E string, and then 3 1 0, and then it's 2nd fret on the C. So that's your 3 lines on a shirt, and then 2nd bar is 3 3 open 3 on the E string, and then it's 2 open strings A E. So I'll just do that again. Open A, E3, E1, open E2 on the C, 3 3 open 3 all on the E string, A E, open open. So we did that twice. Let me play that twice for you. Then we do the second part, bars 4 to 6. It's all on the A string, and it's 3rd fret and open for the first 2, but for the bars 4 and 5. So it's 3 3 open 3, 3 3 open 3, and you just really need to pivot your 3rd finger there to take it on and off. And then we slide up to the 7th fret. Now for that bit, 7 5 3 5 3. You'll note your ukulele should have some white dots there showing you the 3rd, 5th and 7th fret there as you look down at the side of the fingerboard, so that will help a lot here. Now I've actually slid up my 3rd finger up to the 7th fret, my 2nd finger to the 5th fret, and my 1st finger I stretched back to the 3rd fret, so I'm easily alternating between the 3. Okay, so you can see how easy that is. It's not particularly tricky. Just have a careful look at it and look at your fingering and have a practice with that one. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Here is my fingerpicking ukulele tutorial for Fly Me to the Moon. Here we go. Okay, there's the quick demo. Now we can get into it and look at it one bar at a time. Now I've condensed it into a 12 bar pattern just so I can fit it all on the screen for you nice and easily to look at. However, the full pattern, if it was rhythmically perfect, would be much longer. So a quick disclaimer, this is not rhythmically perfectly accurate, but I've put this together to teach the notes and to teach how to fingerpick the notes, and we can use our ear to get the rhythm right. So let's have a look at that, starting with bar 1. Now, as ever, try and use, where possible, use your first finger on the first fret, second finger on the second fret, and third finger on the third fret. And where possible, alternate our digits. With the right hand, I'm mainly going to be using my thumb and index finger for this. And I'll try and alternate them as much as I can. Try not to use the same digit over and over again. It gets a bit cumbersome. So here we go. Bar 1 starts on the A string on the third fret and goes a little bit like this. So it's 3, 2, open, then down to the E string, 3, 1. Then we're on the second bar, on the 3 again on the E string, back to the A string, open, 3. And so far I've just used my first, second and third fingers in order on the first, second and third tabs. Let's do those first 2 bars again. So 3, 2, open, 3, 1. 3, open, 3. Short pause there. Then the third bar, we're on the second fret now on the A string. 2, open, on the E string, 3, 1, open. So third bar, 2, open, 3, 1, open. Fourth bar, a quick flick on the A string, on the open A string, and then on the third fret on the E string. So open, 3, 1, open, 2 on the C. Open, 1, back to the E. Open, 1, open on the A. Then the 6th bar. 4th on the E, so I just slide my third finger up there. 4, 1, open, 2 on the C. 2, open. Still on the C. On the 7th bar now. 1, 2, A. That's open A on those 2. Then still on the A string. 3, 2, and then 3 on the E string. And then the 9th bar, we're open on the C string again, and then 1 on the E string. There's 2 1s there. And where possible, I'll alternate. So thumb, index, thumb, index. You can do thumb, thumb, index, index, but like I say, you can trip over yourself a bit more easily that way. And then 10th bar, open on the A string, 3rd on the E string, 11th bar, 1, open, 2 on the C, back to the E. So that's 11th bar. 1, open, 2, open. Okay, let's have a quick listen to the demo again so you can see how that all fits together. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Okay, here is Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious fingerpicking on your ukulele. Let's get into it. Right, so there's the demo and here's the tutorial. So we're going to have a look at this 1 bar at a time. We've got an 8 bar passage here if you have a look at the score. Now, I've done this tab basically so we can learn the notes. So as I've said on all these videos, it's not rhythmically perfect, so ignore the rhythms and just use your ear. Listen to the demo and use your ear. I think everyone knows how this goes, but I wanted to try and fit it onto one page so we can see it in one screenshot and learn it all together. I find it easier to do it that way. So we're going to have a look at the 8 bars, and you'll see how easy this is. Actually, it's quite easy to trip over a few notes, and you're really going to try and alternate your index finger and thumb on this one to try and keep those notes flowing nicely. But it's easy to trip over, especially if you try and do the same digit twice. So don't just go index, 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 index. You've got to alternate to keep it flowing nicely. Let's go into it and you'll see what I mean. So starting on bar 1, we've got all on the E string, well, apart from the odd A string, mainly on the E string. We've got open 3 3 3, open A, back to the E, 3 3, open, like this. And I'm going to start with my index finger just because that helps get me off to a more secure start. That's bar 1. So also, if I start with my index finger at the beginning of bar 1, when I go to that open A, that's going to be an index finger just from alternating. So that makes it easier to catch that with my index finger quickly. One more time. So it's open. I keep doing that wrong. Sorry. Open 3 3 3, open 3 3, open. Finishing with my thumb there on the E string. Carrying on the second bar, 3 3, open 3 3, 1. Just use my first finger there to put that down. Third finger, 3 3 3 3, open 3 3, open. Fourth bar, 3 3, open 3 3, open. Carrying on, still my index finger to start. Bar 5, 3 3 3 3, open 3 3 3. Bar 6 on the A string now, and I'm just going to slide up my second finger here. Although it's the 3rd fret, I'm going to put my second finger in so I can stretch up to the 5th fret with my 3rd finger. And again, use the white dots on the side of your ukulele fingerboard, which to show you the 3rd, 5th, and the 7th frets at a glance, and help you find that 5th one in a second. So I'm on bar 6. And I've got my second finger there on the 3rd fret. 5 3 3, open. So I do that again. So it's 3 3 5, and I've gone to the 5th fret with my 3rd finger there. 3 3, open. Now we're in bar 7, still on the A string, and I've got my fingers back in the normal position now. Open 3 2, open 3, E string 3 3, open 3 4, and I just slid my 3rd finger up there. That's the easiest way of doing that. 3 4, back to the A string, open 2 3 3. Okay, let's have a quick look at the full demo again so you can see how that sounds at speed. I hope you enjoyed the video and found that useful. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. It's Stand By Me on the ukulele with finger picking. Here we go. So that was the demo. Now we're going to have a look at how to play this 1 bar at a time. Now I've written this across 9 bars. As I've said with my other finger picking tutorials, I've not focused on rhythmic accuracy. So actually if you were to write this out properly, musically, it would be more than 9 bars in this pattern. However, I wanted to condense it so we can see it on one page. So there we are. We've got 9 bars to learn from. We are focusing on the notes today and how to finger pick and find those notes. So we're going to start on the E string with the 3rd fret. And then we're going to go up to the 1st and 3rd fret on the A string like this. And we do that twice, which takes us into the 2nd bar. So it's 3 1 3, 3, 1, 3, and now we're going to go from the A string to the E string to the C string with a 3, 1, 3, 1, 3 pattern, and that's a bit to practice and practice because that needs to be really fluent. However, you're basically just walking yourself down the strings. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. So keep your third finger on the third fret, keep your first finger on the first fret, and just walk down the strings backwards. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, and then it goes 3, 1, 3. From the C to the E string, and then we go back up 3, 1 on the E string again now, 3, 1 down to the C, 3, we're on the fourth bar now, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. So I've not used my second finger at all. I'm literally keeping my first finger on the first fret, my third finger on the third fret, and just alternating those really nicely using my thumb and my index finger over on my right hand. Let's just run that first 4 bars one more time. 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Now we're going to go up to the A string, and it's all up there, starting with the first fret at the end of bar 4. 1, 3, 1, then to the 6 and the 5. Now there I slid my third and second finger up to do the 6 and the 5. So 1, 3, 1, 6, 5, and then we go back to the 3s and the 1s. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. That ladder down again. The 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, bar 8, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, bar 9, 3, 1, 3. So that's all about the first and the third finger, and the only time you use your second finger is when you slide up to the 5th and the 6th fret and use your second finger there in the middle. So have a good look at that. The only tricky bit is that 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Have a good look at that bit because that's twice in the pattern. But it's a really nice, easy one to pick up. So I hope you enjoyed that one and do have fun learning it. If you did enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Here's the demo again so you can hear it at speed. This is my ukulele fingerpicking tutorial for Funky Town. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go then. Let's get into it. If you have a look at the pattern on the screen now, you'll see that it's done across 7 bars. Now, quick disclaimer, that's not rhythmically perfectly accurate because I'm focusing in this video on the notation and not the rhythm. The full rhythm would be much longer and wouldn't quite fit on the screen in one go. So I've done a slightly condensed version so you can see it easily and learn the notes. Use your ear, listen to the demo, and use your ear to work out the rhythms. So we'll go through 1 bar at a time and just look at how to pick those notes. Where possible, with your left hand, you're going to use your first finger on the first tab, second finger on the second tab, and your third finger on the third tab, and then slide it up to go higher. That's a quick, easy way of sort of just as a starting point of how to select your fingers for the tabs. And then on the right hand, where possible, I'm going to alternate. So try not to use the thumb twice or the index finger twice. Sometimes in a slower piece, that's fine. But when it's quite fast, you want to be alternating. So you've got a nice alternating motion, and that works much better than picking at it with the same digit, which gets a bit cumbersome. So just a couple of quick tips there. Okay, let's have a look at Funky Town. Okay, bar 1 starts on the E string on the first fret twice. Like that. Then we go to the third fret on the C string. So I'm going to alternate on the E and then go to the C on the third fret, back to the E, then open on the C. that's nice and easy. Then the second bar, one to the C string again, first fret, down to the A, just pull my first finger down to the A on the first fret, open, E string. We'll do that twice. So third and fourth bar are the same, third and fourth bar are the same. And then we get to bar 5 and 6, where we have triplets effectively, and it starts on the A string with the third fret, then the first fret, then the open A string like this. And I'm just alternating my index finger. I'm starting with my index finger, so it's a nice up flick, index and thumb there. So third fret, first fret, open fret, and then onto the third fret for the E in the 6th bar. So it goes like this. And then a single strum on in bar 7 on the E string on the first fret. Okay, so it's really nice and simple. Let's have a listen to the demo again, and then you can go and have a look at it. Thanks for watching. Here's Moon River on the ukulele with finger picking. Here we go. Okay, here we go, and I absolutely love playing this song on the ukulele. It's a real test, and the test is to play it note perfect. And I don't just mean to get the notes right, I mean to play each note really beautifully, really allow it to reverberate and echo, but not delay. So you're going on to the next note smoothly, but you're not catching the strings with the other fingers. You're not doing anything other than making each note perfectly as we go, and that's a real challenge. So we've got 8 bars in this this pattern that we're looking at, and I want every note to be note perfect, which is, like I say, quite tricky to do, because it's so easy just to pick by mistake, accidentally flick another string or catch it up with another finger, or even just to play a note and then catch it, which stops the sound. So you abruptly stop the sound and actually want every note to ring beautifully and then just smoothly pass into the next note. So that is the challenge on this one. Here we go. Bar 1 starts like this. So it's 3 on the E string, and then we're up to 5 and 3. And again, use your white dots on the side of the ukulele fingerboard there, which show your 3rd, 5th, 7th, and so on the tabs, and that's really helpful when we go up to the 5th tab to see where to put your fingers, because obviously when you're looking down like this, you can't see the front of the ukulele. You don't have to be bending around like that, because that's not how you naturally play. So you want to be sat up nice and comfortably and just looking at the top of that fingerboard and letting your fingers go in the right place automatically with practice. But those white dots really do help us. So I'm going to start actually with this one, because I've got to go straight to the 5th fret. I'm going to start with my first finger on that 3rd fret, which I wouldn't normally do, because I normally say keep your first finger on the 1st fret and so on. But we're going to start there, because I know I've got to go straight up to that 5th fret on the A string. I'm going to jump for that with my 3rd finger. So we're starting on the 3rd fret with the E string, up to the 5. And can you hear how every note I'm trying to pick really smoothly? Slide down to the 2. Oh, that was a bit hard. See, that's what I'm talking about, not too hard. Now this piece is one where you might do the thumb twice, you might do the index finger twice, because sometimes that's actually just smoother just to go back to it and play the same digit again. Although normally I would say alternate, you get a more rolling sound. Because this is a very slow ballad, we are slowing it down, and you've got enough time just to pick at it with the same finger or thumb, and that's a bit easier sometimes than trying to alternate. So let's do that again. So on bar 1, so it's 3, 5, 3, 2, open, back down to the E string, 3, 1, 3, open C, second on the A, 3, 1, 3 on the E, open on the C, that was the 3rd bar, 4th bar, 2 on the C. Now we leave the open C at the end of bar 3 open for quite a while, so I can then just repeat it with my thumb. So I'm not alternating, I'm just going open 2, and then open on the E, open on the C again, then 3 open on the E, 2 on the C, open on the C, 3 open, 2. Now that was bar 6, which is the same as bar 5. Then we're into bar 7, and it's open C, open E, 3rd on the E, 3rd on the A, 2nd on the A, open A, 2nd on the A, open A, 3 on E, open. So bar 7 and 8. Okay, so there's nothing difficult there. It's quite a nice, easy ballad tune to play, and the challenge is to get every note sounding amazing. And because when you do that as a musician, you really get a thrill. I thought that was absolutely nailed that one on. Okay, so good luck with that. Enjoy the challenge, and I hope you enjoy learning that beautiful tune. If you have enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Going to do the demo one more time to finish on.